Oh my God, what a gorgeous day. I mean, it's beautiful and it's sunny and it's awesome, but we are going to have we're going to have a chance. Okay, I don't know if it's the first chance ever. We're going to have a chance as society, as human beings, to have a peaceful existence continued. Every other time that we have gotten to this boiling point, and I know you know what I mean, I know you feel it. Every other time that we've gotten to this boiling point, it's been revelations, some version of it. I mean, the whole point is that, so people right now are all completely divided, and they want to stick to their opinions, and they're fed up with the world, and right now it feels like how could anything possibly be right? Like, we're so many millions of miles apart on this. How could it be right? Well, it's all a matter of perception, right? So this is a little trick that I came up with when my son was young. I would hold up, I just, we talked about different things, and of course we do the famous which is heavier, a pound of feathers, pound of bricks, whatever. I'd hold this up and I'd be like, reach to my pocket. I said, "Hey Dylan, what do you see? Heads or tails?" And he'd like smile, and I'm like, "Come on, what do you see? Heads or tails?" And he'd be like, "Heads." And I'm like, "Oh, well, you want to see what I see? Hey, come on over here." Just, of course, it's that easy to flip around. But this is a perfect example of it's, two sides of the same coin. And it's not even a matter of maybe somebody being, a completely different person and having a completely different perspective. In this case, it was just, physicality. So, yes, it's perspective. Now, how the hell can this information be this important? And I'm just going to point blank say what I have summed it up to be. I have found out through the Akashic Records, through 22 years of intense hardcore stuff. I'm not even going to go into that. It's not something I've just went into. But you know what? A message could come to a guy walking down the street that doesn't even know, his ass from his left center Merkaba. I don't know. Anyway, this is a great day. And so what I found is that the Earth's, with our original sin, is not what we think it is. And you know how Pope Gregory succeeded in fucking the whole Bible. I shouldn't have even said that. I'm actually saying it. I'm funny. Guess what? He didn't succeed. What he succeeded in was helping us weight train like Goku on a planet with 10,000 times gravity. And now, there we go. And here it is. And look, that's also the coolest part of it. Like, you can't discount all of this being so diametrically opposed for balance. And I'll go into it a step further, okay? Just to let you know where I'm coming from. So I've been doing this for a long time. Since I was a kid. This is like an indigo. I was born in 1976. I'm early indigo. Real quick, here's something awesome. I'll let you in on a secret how we got here, because really we used a loophole. Really, we shouldn't have been able to get here. But Roy G. Biv, baby. Roy G. Biv. That's right. Indigo, the Biv and Indigo and Biv. Well, the guy who made that naming system, he was obsessed with the number 7. He really liked it a lot. So, really, when we deal with light, you really only have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. In as far as our visible lights, that's visible to the human eye. But he wanted so much to, have the 7-letter thing, and it's, real cute for Roy G. Biv. Well, if you blend blue and violet, you get indigo. And guess what? Indigo, that's where we got here. There's a lot of other spiritual laws that I don't hear anyone talking about. I just don't get it. I mean, I don't understand if they haven't been able to understand them, or if they're just not talking about them. Like, there are rules against a lot of things that, hold on a second here. We're getting a call from God, and he says, sorry, I was just kidding, that's not going to work. Nah. No, I'm telling you, this is going to work because I felt it work. It's already started to work on me. I feel it. And, man, I've just, here we go. So already I think you understand that if we could really, really understand the true nature of what's holding us here, the heavy weight of the energy, then what? If we can, lift that weight, we have been praying and meditating and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, for ourselves individually, for, humankind, Gaia, which is my favorite. It's so horrible what we are doing to our mother. I mean, drilling her oil, that's really literally her life's blood. I mean, that's the continents slide around on oil. So you drain the planet of its lubrication, drain an engine of its oil, and then what do you think's going to happen with earthquakes and stuff? But let's just keep going. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to fix this from a spiritual level. And how the fuck are we going to, how the hell are we going to fix the other species that are here? Because if you're here, we're pretty much in this together. If we are gonna avoid this time, and it is that I know of, this has been done this countless times. This is happening over the universe, and it's other slightly different versions, and this is where we get the parallel universes, and we're trying to get glimpses into it with CERN, but it's God thumbing his nose at you. I mean, he wanted to get Einstein interested, and Einstein goes, oh shit, I was an atheist, and he didn't say, oh, now I believe in God. He said, but the further you look into quantum physics, the more you think that there's a God. I believe he also said God one time, but it's in divine creation, or intelligent creation, right? Not whatever. I have been up for 3 days straight. I risk saying that, but if you know anything about channeling and fasting, then you already know what I'm talking about. You have to raise your vibration and just pretty much only drink water, and definitely don't beat your dick to porn. Do not beat your dick to porn. It just, all you can hear is, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's my drum point. Yeah, but yeah, your channeling doesn't work too good when you don't conserve your energy, or if you, of course, eat, meat. You can pray or whatever. Look, That's how it works when you channel sometimes. And yeah, don't worry, I'm a professional. One of the awesomest things, and this is why you guys are gonna know, understand, believe, and that's what's the difference is. This is the difference, is what we're gonna feel. Okay, so the way it's going to go down is going to depend on how we feel. It's not going to depend on like, well, God's already decided this way and the last 10 minutes doesn't matter. It doesn't matter even kind of like what you do, like, oh well, hey, if I will I have enough time to repent if I go. It's going to be how we feel. It's going to change how we feel. We're going to either feel like we want to kill each other because shit's hitting, because it just feels disgusting, or we're going to feel relaxed. It gets complicated too, because here is the kicker. Here's the kicker. It said that the devil's greatest trick was convincing man that he didn't exist, meaning that convincing mankind that the devil didn't exist. Well, my psychic and gut interpretation of that saying is different, and it goes to the way I thought it meant when I was a kid. And first I'll say what it is. So, the devil's greatest trick is convincing man that he didn't exist. Well, I thought the devil convinced man that man didn't exist. You're fake. Think about it. That's what it is, isn't it? The holographic universe, this, that, computer simulation, computer code. Come on, man. First off, if you're looking that fucking hard for the answers to life, that 87,000 miles down the road, you gotta say, whoa, this represents a computer code that we used in 1963 to make an automatic toilet paper machine, but it ended up killing a few people, so there was a recall. I mean, dude, like, what the fuck? We need to chill. Everything we do, right? Let's be honest here, Some of us love to, drink beer, smoke weed, whatever it is you do. Or drive a motorcycle, or just relax, or sleep, or go to the mountains. We do everything we do to feel good. Whether it's, let's just look at go to church. You might go to church to feel good because it actually makes you feel good, or you might go to church to feel good because you'd feel guilty if you didn't. So, of course, we are do things that make us feel good, and that's exactly right. As Abraham always says, it's trust your internal guidance system. And man, it took me a long time to really understand that. And look, in situations, everyone, unless you have already reached 4D, enlightenment, then it's you can get knocked down off of your square. Hopefully, not too much longer, because this, I believe, is also not just going to avoid, what I say. Oh, I'm going to say, oh, we're all going to die on Halloween, unless we do this. You already feel the tension. You already hear the screaming. Any and all of you that hear the Schumann frequency, I hear it all the time, constantly. Sometimes it's like deafeningly loud. I hear it right now, and it's like, what it sounds like? It sounds like kind of like a Tibetan bowl, or if you ever played, I think it's The Witcher. It's my son's game, Nirnroot, right? Whatever, it's something called Nirnroot. I think it's that game, but it's like, right, and it's the guy Schumann discovered it, hence the name. human frequency. It's like 7.12 megahertz or something when they first discovered it, and of course it is increasing because time has been sped up, etc., etc. And it is not. Listen, everyone is scared about this D-Wave computer, and man, see, the Mandela effect has affected my mind, and I can no longer think of the proper word for Mandela effect. No, the Mandela effect is not caused by the D-Wave computers. Now, they are allowing this shit to go on and propagate because that's what they want, is fear. They want fear, okay? They want fear. And you know what, this is the best one. So, two sides of the same coin. So, the answer to the problem is also some of people's biggest fear. The Illuminati, the all-seeing eye, okay? Sure, they use it as their symbol, Other people have too. It is the capstan of the pyramids. That's all it is. It's the capstan of the pyramids. And the eye is the eye of Ra, and big whoop-de-deal. Like, I mean, most, historians and everything know about this, and, us sage light workers for sure. I need some water here. But here's the thing. They twisted and perverted this so well. You know what? Let's just say what it is. Didn't mean to beat around the bush. Leading into it, I was hoping to help you understand how profound it is. A lot of you are also familiar with, I'm not going to be able to remember his name too, the Japanese guy who did all the work with the water. Just real quick for anybody who isn't familiar with it, you take 2 containers of identical water, right, and pour, you take a brand new spring water, pour half in one cup, half in the other cup, right? Label one love, label the other hate. Now, you separate them a little bit. And every day, at least once a day, you're going to go to the one labeled love, and you say, I love you, you're awesome. And then you go to the one labeled hate, and you go, I hate you, you suck, or meaner, which I'm not going to even try to do. And then you do that for like 2 weeks, and then you freeze the water. And then you take a slice of the frozen water and look at it under a slide on a microscope, and the ones that you told that you hated, they look disgusting and awful. And the ones that you told that you love look like snowflakes, okay? So hating something or loving something affects it. You right? Oh, there's another dog out in the backyard. It's my neighbor's dog down there. It's funny, I have a blue heeler that's red, and that's a blue pit bull named Blue. We're all so creative with our names, right? Alright, so crazy man. No, I'm actually really not anywhere near that bald. I just have really bad hair. I've been doing a lot of work. And I love you guys, and I would never have been able to do it. Connect the puzzle pieces without everyone else that's doing this YouTube stuff too. Okay, because it was not this last thing. This was kind of, I went through a lot. Went through a lot of stuff to get to the point where I was last night when I got here. And when I did, of course, Oh no, that was I was like, of course I mentioned it, that it was about blah blah blah. I'm just gonna say what our original sin was. It wasn't. We didn't gain the knowledge between good and evil. We gained the visual perspective between ugly and beautiful, and that was because we knocked out our third eye. So then we were locked into these two eyes, the ones that we call the thieves, the crucifixion. That's for a little later advanced kind of stuff. How you can generate your own DMT if you just go back to your biorhythm. You go by the moon, and yeah, that's the way the calendars used to go, and that's the way everyone was used to their biorhythm, and was able to take into account whatever might be going on. Like, oh, I'm right, I'm all spacey because the moon is in Uranus. But it's, if we don't have any knowledge of that, then we're like, God damn, why can't I think today? I'm an idiot. And this is the key. This is what we have. They have us so far into our phones, this, that. We are so busy, we are so consumed that we're not doing anything spiritually, and that is how they got you. They can't come get you. That is law. They can't take your soul. Your soul belongs to you. But if you are that much of a sheeple, if you are just lining up for this over and over, that's the law. I'm not saying I fall on one side of it or the other, but the whole reason, like say they had to make that deal, aliens had to make that deal or whatever. I don't even know that that's true. We're not even going to go there. What I do know is true. Oh, and aliens are definitely like demonic. Well, they are. What they are is God's creations from other dimensions. Is what they are, plain and simple. Okay, and they were able to get here because a long time ago, somebody did something bad out of greed. It was actually a couple of the elders, and it was before the fall of. Sorry, I've lived it, and I've lived it not just in the past life, but when I sleep and go into the Akashic records and going through everything that we've gone through, we have really, it's crazy. I promise I'm going to go back to the thing now. I already did. I did. Okay, so the original sin is not between good and evil. You didn't understand good and evil. It wasn't like, hey, there was evil things walking around the Garden of Eden, but you just didn't see them. You took this, and it made you perceive that. It's so crazy. It's all part of something that we did called the Luciferian experiment, where we didn't actually break from God. It's kind of like earning your wings. You have to separate from the source, and you have to, come into this life and have amnesia and do it and make the right choices. And it goes deeper than that, because there's karma, and then there's even soul groups. If you've read any of the Celestine Prophecy books, well, I don't really get to the soul groups, and I think until the 10th Insight, but okay, so I'll tell you what a soul group is. You ever met somebody and you've never met them before, and they seem perfectly nice, and there's just something about them that rubs you the wrong way. First, you want to like them. They seem like a likable person, but whatever it is, right? We've all had that. And then the opposite, like you meet someone and instantly you're best friends. So yes, there's these connections, okay, and they connect between us because we are connected. In fact, we are all God. We are all individual pieces of God who did this as an experiment. This here's another vision that I was given one time, and it wasn't given with any like deep, profound meaning. Like, hey, you gotta tell people about this. I have, of course, but it was more to satisfy my own curiosity, and so it was this. And I understand it's an allegorical story, right? But check it out; it's pretty cool. So we're, say, in the vacuum of space. Well, we're not even going to pretend whether that's an actual thing or not. Say you're in nothingness, real absolute nothingness, okay? And you're a mirror, and you can see everything, you know what I mean? And you can reflect everything. You can see everything and you can be everything, but you are everything, so you don't really have any perspective. It's like it's like kind of zooming in on a picture, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so imagine watching the planet from God's perspective or from the moon, right? You're like, man, that looks pretty cool. That looks great. But like, say your zoom only goes in, you know, and you can just see like the people still look like ants on the beach. And you're like, man, I built them bigger, but these idiots done de-evolve themselves. And I'm not flooding this place again. I'm still trying to get over that last batch. We got to make fun of this stuff. We got to make light of it, because realistically, here's what it is. This could all be some video game. And in fact, it kind of is, because, I mean, we agree to come here. Our souls agree to come here. We are not, we're not trapped. And if you are here, if you have some tie here and you are trapped here, it's because you have gained it yourself. We're not even going to try and go to the extremes with, well, maybe we will at some point, but I'm talking about alien abductions and things like that, because you may well know that the government has cyborg aliens. They, you know, like there's some genetic, okay? So a lot of these horrible abductions by aliens were actually the government creating fear so that the public fears aliens. Because I'm not saying that that all aliens are demonic creatures and we're crazy to even, consider talking to them. They're God's creatures. He made them. We're all locked in our separate rooms because we all have lessons to learn. And we have learned this lesson a lot, over and over again. And this is our chance to get it right this time. I was going to say do Dad proud, but do ourselves proud. This is our chance to reconnect without the revelations. See, we're going to merge back together one way or another. And we can do that all nice and peacefully, or we do knock down, drag out, like we have countless times before. And it's pretty much as easy as just deciding we don't want to fight. But it's not a decision that you can make. You can't say, I'm not going to decide to fight, feeling like you feel, or like I felt before, and like most all of you guys feel now. You're like, oh my God, something's wrong. I know it. Everyone's on edge. Like the whole world is on edge. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's boiling. And so that means the ingredients are ready to activate. So it's up to temperature. And, you know, what you guys choose to do is it. I mean, this is the ultimate thing. We could actually change the outcome of what's going on. I'm running out of space here, and instead of trying to think how what I can say in the next minute or so, I'm just gonna end this video, post it, and just start right back up again. I'm gonna explain this in more detail. Oh, real quickly. Oh, I'm gonna show you. I forgot. I got evidence. I got proof. Okay. So as part of a lot of my psychic channeling stuff, I draw. I get psychic drawing. Okay. And it gets pretty intense. I don't even you know what's coming out of it until it starts happening, and then I start to see it evolve, and it starts to keep going and going. Oh, I gotta hurry up and show you now. Okay, so this is it. So this was originally started as a piece of paper with the reverse Truman Show idea on it. Okay, and I'll explain that to you too, because reverse Truman Show, instead of trying to scream outside the veil is screaming from the outside in, and we have been doing it wrong. Okay, so this is about the rising of Atlantis, and this is about the evil, but we can fix it. I know what broke this heart. This is what's coming for us, and I know how to appease. I know how to mend our soul groups. God bless. Love you.